Derby County take on the challenge of lead leaguers Burnley this evening as they face up at Pride Park Stadium against one of the best teams in this division. Now, obviously, it's going to be a difficult task for Derby County to get anything from this game, and I think many people would be happy with just securing a point. Now, for me, it's really important that Derby County are able to stay outside of those relegation places. I believe Cardiff face up against Preston North End. Now, for Derby County heading into this one, they look set to potentially be missing out on the likes of Callum Elder and Caden Jackson. Callum Elder missed out on the Swansea City defeat, whereas Caden Jackson came off after just 89 minutes. Now, for Derby County, losing Callum Elder was a massive, massive impact on the game at the weekend, but is it something that can be rectified heading into this evening? Now, obviously, I'm going to be heading down to Pride Park in just a few moments' time, and we're going to look at everything that happens across the course of the 90 minutes at Pride Park Stadium. It's going to be a really interesting one. Obviously, you'll have watched the game at this point, so let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Who do you think was Derby County's man of the match, and what do you think to the result? Obviously, for Derby County, it's going to be massively important they secure victory this evening, or at least a point, as they look to secure themselves in the Championship for 2025-26. But shall we now move in to some matchday footage?
We are underway. They're on the red button. Really fucking on with that. I've got a bit far here. What the fuck was that? What the fuck is shot the ball over there? least you know when to act.
Well, let's talk about it then. Derby County 0, Burnley 0, in a game where I think Derby County come away thinking that they should have taken all 3 points. And you will have seen in the footage just gone that it was a very sort of 50-50 game in my opinion. I think for 20 minutes of the first half, 20 minutes of the second half, I think Burnley were the better side. But I don't really ever feel as if we were ever under major pressure. There was a couple of little moments in the first half. I think it was Zian Fleming overtook about 3 or 4 of our players in the box, sending them one way, then the other. And Zetterstrom made a fine save. In the second half, there was a little bit of a mix-up between Clarke and Zetterstrom, which nearly rolled for, I think it was Jaden Anthony to potentially put in the back of the net, but it just rolled out of play. But other than that, I can't really think of any major chances that Burnley had. And ultimately, I think it was a brilliant performance by Derby County and one that we certainly needed after the defeat versus Swansea City. We now head in to the game versus Portsmouth at the weekend, which is going to be absolutely massive for this Derby County side to go and pick up 3 points against an arguably relegation rival, really, because you look at how close it is down there. I think Luton are on 40. I think Pompey are on about 45. It's going to be really interesting to see how this does develop over the course of the next few games, obviously with Derby facing up against Pompey and Luton, but more tonight on Derby County versus Burnley. I think in the end, we had a couple of really gilt-edged chances. Jerry Yates had one in the first half where Marcus Harness knocked it down, and I think it was blocked. I need to see it again because everybody in front of me stood up as it happened. You probably would have seen the clip in the video earlier on, and it was a really, really difficult opportunity, but it should be one that we take. Then in the second half, right at the end of the game, Caden Jackson takes a really nice touch on the right-hand side, crosses it into the box. And I do think that if Matt Clarke doesn't head it, I think Jerry Yates puts that away, and that would be 1-0 Derby County, and that would be all she wrote for Burnley. A third defeat on the road would have been heading their way, but ultimately it just wasn't meant to be. But what a performance from Derby County. Still missing Callum Elder, unfortunately, which hopefully he can be back in the next few weeks. Well, less than the next few weeks. We'll be done in a few weeks. Obviously, Langas came off again this afternoon. Obviously, he's awaiting surgery, which he's putting off for the time being. Be interesting to see if that gets reassessed heading into the Pompey game. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What a performance. What a victory. Well, I say victory. It's not a victory, is it? It's a draw. But it feels like a win. I went into this with low expectations. I said all we needed to do was match Cardiff, match Luton, and that's exactly what we've done with a draw. Massive performance, massive point. Will that help us at the end? Absolutely. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you have not done so already, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, hit the like button as well, and I'll catch you in my next video.